To contradict my own contradictory and controversial video, I have purchased an M6. Hello and welcome back. It has been a long time. Thank you for being patient if you've been waiting around, or welcome if you've never watched one of these videos before. My name is Brad and you are always welcome here. Thank you for spending any amount of time watching this video or any other video that I've made. So if you have been following along for the last, 6 or 8 months since I started doing these videos, you will know that this has been my main driver for street photography or film, 35mm film. To any degree, this is the one that I've been using. This is the Leica M4P, which is a fully mechanical 35mm rangefinder. It's bulletproof. I haven't shot it or anything, but that's my next video, is me shooting a gun at this thing. This is great, but if you've seen my other videos, you know that I have had a love-hate relationship with the workflow, with the just getting around with it, making it work for what I want it for. And by that I mean trying different ways of metering, because this is fully mechanical. It doesn't have an inbuilt light meter, which is standard as of 1990. But yeah, this is an old boy, so it doesn't have one. A few months ago, I made a video that was controversial at best, called, I don't know what it was called, put it in here. Something about not needing an M6. It is true, you do not need one. You can make any 35mm rangefinder system or SLR system work for you the way you want it to if you don't want to spend the money. I was very happy to be using this for a time. That time came and went when I lost the little light meter that I had on top at a friend's wedding. I was like, I'm just tired of it. I've been thinking about it. I'm going to get the M6. To contradict my own contradictory and controversial video, I have purchased an M6. This is a tool that I am extremely grateful to own, to have in my possession, to have as a part of my toolkit. This is a huge luxury. I feel insanely humbled by the fact that I was able to pick this up at a good price from a good guy. And there's a funny story behind that whole thing as well, which I will get into a bit later. Now, this is the M6 Classic, not the TTL, so I didn't throw my entire bank balance into the toilet. And I was only able to do it because I was freeing up some cash by offloading some other assets, and it seemed to be coming at a good time. At the start of this year, it felt like a good time. I decided that this is going to be the year that I commit to street photography in a bigger way. I would love to be doing prints or thinking about books down the line, and doing this channel while I do all of that. So I want to do everything documentable and bundle it up in some tangible way. And I thought that it'll work for weddings, it'll work for other work, it'll work for street, it'll work for this YouTube channel. Brad's just gonna send it. So we did it. I've got it, and instantly I have used it probably 3 times. I'm in the flow state so much quicker with this M6. Having the exposure meter in the viewfinder has 100% increased my ability to keep shooting and keep moving. I found that when I was shooting mechanically and metering per scene, I was metering per frame. And that's really annoying to do, because I would meter once and then either I would shoot one frame or I would have to guess the next one. And I really didn't like doing that, because in my brain, when I was starting to do photography, exposure was the most important thing. Even though it was digital, even though I could shoot raw and you could pull everything back and you can edit it the way you want it to look like, even if it was a bit overexposed or whatever, it's still in my head that exposure is the most important thing, even though I know that it's not. And I know that's kind of weird and kind of crazy, but that's just the way my brain is wired and the way my workflow is at the moment. To have the exposure reading in the camera to say it's the same or you need to make an adjustment is incredibly liberating for me. So I have really enjoyed using this M6, even just a couple of times, even just 3 times in a week. It makes me want to use it more. It makes me want to be more productive, more creative, and it makes me want to get out there and make more photos. The M4, it took ages. I would be, I guess, insecure. If one part of me is insecure about when I'm shooting street, the whole thing is out. So if I'm insecure about the exposure reading, I'm flustered instantly. And now I don't know if I can get that shot because what do I do? What's more important? Is it more important to rack my aperture down, or is it more important to just get the frame? And I know it's always get the frame, but it doesn't always play out like that. And if you're crazy like me, it won't always play out like that. So, in saying all that, I have 9 or 10 rolls of film to send off from various cameras, from various jobs and locations. So, I am going to leave it here for now and then jump back into this video later on when I have all those scans back and we can talk about them a bit. All right, thanks heaps.